you hear scratching above you right now, don't look up. I did. This story was sent in by a subscriber who works maintenance for commercial buildings. He asked me not to mention the city, not the company, not the building. He said it doesn't matter where this happened, because it could happen anywhere. He's been doing this job for years. Old offices, hospitals, apartment complexes, places with long corridors and low ceilings where sound travels in ways you stop questioning. Scratching in the vents wasn't unusual, at least, not at first. It started as a complaint from the 3rd floor. Someone said it sounded like rats. Another said it sounded like something crawling slowly, stopping, then continuing. The timing was wrong. It only happened when the building was quiet. Late evenings, early mornings, never during the day. They said it sounded careful, he told me, like it didn't want to be heard. They checked the obvious things, rodent traps, cameras at access points. Nothing. No droppings, no damage, no signs of entry. But the scratching continued, and it moved. One night, it was above the 3rd floor. The next night, the 5th, then the 2nd. Not random, intentional. That's when they brought in the thermal camera. Not because they were scared, because they were annoyed. The vents were warm, airflow normal, metal panels intact, and then something showed up on the screen. A shape, humanoid, long torso, bent limbs, its head angled unnaturally to one side, like it had learned to fit where it didn't belong. But the temperature reading was wrong. It wasn't warm. It wasn't even room temperature. It was colder than the air around it. Not dead, he said, just wrong. The shape moved when they moved the camera, not chasing it, tracking it.
It stayed inside the vent system, crawling slowly, pausing when they paused, as if it understood being watched, as if it was deciding whether to stay hidden. They argued about calling someone, management, security, police, but the shape stopped moving. It went still, perfectly still. So they did what maintenance workers always do. They opened the vent. The grate came off easily, no resistance, no dust cloud, like it had been cleaned recently. The space beyond was dark, too dark. He leaned closer with his flashlight. The beam didn't reach far. The vent seemed deeper than it should have been. And then something breathed. Not fast, not panicked, slow, controlled, right behind the metal. And a voice came from inside, not loud, not angry, just disappointed. You weren't supposed to hear me. No one moved. No one spoke. The voice didn't echo. It sounded close, too close for the space it came from. He says that was the moment his body reacted before his mind did. He stepped back, hard, hit the wall, dropped the flashlight. Someone else swore. Someone else ran. But he stayed, because the voice wasn't finished. I was careful, it said. I stayed where you don't look. The words stretched slightly, like they weren't used often, like they were being remembered. The thing inside the vent shifted. The metal creaked, but nothing came out. He realized then that it wasn't trapped. It was choosing not to leave. The thermal camera flickered. The shape was gone, but the breathing wasn't. Someone slammed the grate back into place, screws stripped, hands shaking. No one checked if it was sealed properly. They just wanted the hole gone.
They cleared the floor, filed an incident report. Management blamed faulty equipment, stress, imagination. The building stayed open, but the scratching changed after that. It stopped moving. It stayed above one spot, above one office. The office belonged to the subscriber. He didn't work there anymore after that week, but he stayed late one night to pack his things. He didn't hear scratching then. He heard breathing above the ceiling tile, directly above his desk. He didn't look up. He packed fast, left lights on, didn't say goodbye. At home that night, he lay awake, listening. That's when he heard it again, from his apartment vent. Same breathing, same rhythm, closer. Then the whisper, soft, almost kind. I followed the quiet. He moved out 2 days later, left most of his things behind. He sent me this recording because last night, the vent in his new place was open, just slightly, like someone had checked to see if he was listening. And this time, he said, I didn't hear scratching. I heard breathing from my side of the wall.